Socialism, you can vote for socialism whether you like Kamala Harris or whether you don't. But it's insane to me that these people will continue this drumbeat. Oh, okay. All right. So since Trump said things that I don't like, I guess he should be shot. I mean, it almost sounds like she's justifying. Well, what do you expect? We got crazy Democrats. They're going to pop a cap in them. Is that what she's saying? I mean, these people are insane. These and they talk about being unifying. What they should have led with is this is unacceptable. Regardless how you feel about the man, this is evil. This is wrong. No one deserves to be freaking assassinated. No former president, I should say. There's some people on the battlefield that should be assassinated, quite frankly. Now, let's play this video. This is a video of the attempted assassination, of the attempted murderer himself. I don't like saying shooter because I know what the left is trying to do. I think they're really trying to sully the Second Amendment by using the term shooter, and we've got accustomed to saying it even on the right. Let's go ahead and roll this video. This is the second Trump assassin, Ryan Wesley Roth, and I know names, copycat stuff, but guys, I just got to be straight with you. Listen, the left is, I don't think this will be the last. I don't think this will be the last. The rhetoric that the left is using, they'll have to continue to use because they don't want to talk about Harris's policies or Biden's policies. So the only strategy that they have is to continue to demonize Trump. That's why this won't be the last attempt. We just got to be real. We just got to be honest. This man needs as much security around him as possible because someone else is going to try, especially since it's almost obvious, right? At this point, someone had to leak this information. How the heck did they know where Trump was going when it wasn't on his calendar? How? All right, here's the would-be assassin. Let's go ahead and roll that, Gabe. Look at his hair, too, in this video. We got
Tell me who you are and why are you here?
I'm 56 from the U.S., from North Carolina originally, so live in Hawaii now, so flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here, to me, you know, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white.
Talking about Russia and Ukraine.
Good versus evil. This is a storybook, you know, any movie we've ever watched, this is definitely evil against good. I mean, we're battling a situation here where, you know, the Ukrainians and the rest of the world are caring and kind and generous and unselfish and take care of one another. And it's just a matter of, you know, we need to stand up for that. That is the most important thing in the world, is just to show human beings that we're kind and we're caring and that we take care of one another and that the world is united so that we feed each other and make sure that, you know, we all move forward as one collective whole unit.
Wow.
So, you know, we feel the pain of one country's failure and their conflicts, and we enjoy the successes of other countries that are doing good, and we all work together. And for some reason, Russia does not grasp this concept that we're all one unit, and we have to get along and work together and be normal human beings. This is 2022. We have to work together. It seems asinine that we have a leader in a country that does not understand the concept of being unselfish and being generous and being kind and just the basic moral values that are required by human beings these days. It blows my mind.
All right, this is the problem with hippies like this guy. They don't live in the real world. They're absolutely delusional. Evil exists. Whether you like it or not, evil exists. We're not in heaven, so we're going to see evil stuff or crazy stuff. We're going to run into evil people. That includes Vladimir Putin. We're not a collective group. We're not globalists. There's the United States of America. There's Ukraine. There's Russia. Now, I don't agree. Putin should not have invaded Ukraine. I think that he should suffer the consequences of the invading Ukraine by the Ukrainians. by the Ukrainians. I don't think this should be a World War III, the start of a World War III type scenario. But the bottom line is hippies don't understand the real world, and they don't understand that they live in the West. They should be thankful that they live in the West. All right. The rest of the world doesn't act like America. And quite frankly, many of our Western allies no longer act like the West as well in the EU. I mean, but this is completely crazy. This is just completely crazy. Now, it's okay. I'm okay with him saying, listen, you know what? If you want to go fight that war, so be it. Free speech. He's an American, even though he's in a different country at this point. Apparently, he's in Kiev when he made this statement, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so be it. But these are people that don't live in the real world. They only see black and white. There's no nuance. This is why I think Kamala Harris and her rhetoric is so dangerous. I don't think a lot of people that listen to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, sadly, can decipher, okay, Kamala Harris says certain things, but she hasn't given me policy. There's no nuance. It's black and white. Trump is evil. Trump is bad. This guy suffers from the same type of delusion. So let me just give you the history real quick. The New York Post did a brilliant rundown on this man. So let me just give you some of the background. So it says here, here's the summary. The alleged gunman who authorities targeted Trump while he golfed in Florida yesterday previously declared on social media that, quote, democracy is on the ballot. Close quote, this year, and we cannot lose, quote unquote, echoing the anti-Trump rhetoric that's been used by both Harris and Biden. All right. So this guy, 58 years old, law enforcement sources has identified him as the suspect, Ryan Wesley Roth. And by the way, Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch has video on his Instagram. This guy sent just crazy, outlandish stuff. Ironically, he bashed Trump in April of this year, and he declared at that time, quote, democracy is on the ballot. And again, we cannot lose. He advised Biden in April when he was still running for a re-election to run a campaign around keeping America democratic and free. Where would he get that idea? Except from the Biden-Harris administration, from their campaigns. He claimed that Trump wanted to, quote, make Americans slaves against master, close, quote unquote, make Americans slaves against master. Okay, so anyway, I'm not even sure. He also said, quote, democracy is on the ballot and we cannot lose. He reiterated that. And then he also said, we cannot afford to fail. The world is counting on us to show the way, quote unquote. And again, this is the similar language that you have Kamala Harris using as recently as August of this year, August 29th. She said at her rally in Savannah, Georgia, that we are fighting for our democracy. Actually, what we're fighting for are better solutions, better ideas to make America more free and more prosperous, if you will. We believe that your ideas will destroy what the founders intended, individualism, capitalism. We believe that your policies will destroy those ideas, that they'll break the American spirit as we know it. That they'll put the government over God, that they'll put big government over the Constitution of the United States of America. But we also believe that we have a Constitution that allows us to go and vote your policies down. That's what you guys seem to not want to allow. Or not want to talk about. You don't want to talk about your policies. You just want to talk about people hating Trump. Apparently, this guy voted for Trump in 2016, which is the odd thing, but he didn't get what he wanted from Trump. Trump wasn't the type of man that he thought he would be after he got elected. No mention as to, maybe Trump got a little frustrated considering the fact that there were these the fake Russia, edit that, the fake Russia collusion hoax. I did not mean to say that at all. The fake Russia collusion hoax, the Ukraine hoax. I mean, just absolutely insane. All right. So again, this guy initially voted for Trump. And then after at least 2019, from what we've read from what we've been able to gather, he has been deep blue. He's donated to Act Blue. He's been a Biden-Harris supporter. He's been a Democrat supporter. Obviously, he's a supporter of Ukraine in the Russia in that war. Trump, the assassination attempt occurred at Trump's International Golf Club in West Palm Beach. Trump sent out a statement to reporters yesterday after that, saying that he is safe and well. Again, we know the suspect is identified as Ryan Ralph, 58 of Ohio. He was able to get about 300 to 500 yards away from the former president, and he was able to set up what they call an assassin's nest. This guy had towel plates that are used in like bulletproof vests and stuff. He had those set up like he was ready for a gunfight. So he was able to get 300 to 500 yards away from Trump at a chain link fence that was on the edge of the course, where he had actually was an SKS. I saw the picture. An SKS is basically an AK-47 style rifle, but it looks more like a rifle. It shoots the same type of round, 7.62 by 3.9, but it's an SKS, but it is an AK-47 style rifle. Is basically what it is. This guy had a GoPro camera set up to apparently film the shooting. He wanted to get that on tape. He wanted to be famous. Again, he made 19 donations to Democrat candidates since 2019. So this guy, by no stretch of the imagination, is a conservative. I'm not even sure he's a Republican. I suspect that with Trump in 2016, this guy wanted what he considered a change agent. He didn't feel like he was getting that from Trump. A Secret Service agent spotted and opened fire on Roth as he put his gun through the fence. What are the odds that you're seeing that you got to give that Secret Service agent props, just being able to scope that out. So apparently the guy puts his rifle through the fence, and again the Secret Service agent spots that and engages the guy. That's pretty cool. According to Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, Trump's security detail was lighter because he isn't a sitting president. This is what I mentioned earlier in the opening. I think it's time to bump up Trump's security detail. You would have thought that they would have done that after the first assassination attempt. Speaking of the Department of Homeland Security, I believe under Alejandro Mayorkas. So we need to find out what the heck is going on. Alejandro Mayorkas has some questions to answer. We need to find out who was involved in Trump's detail, who was around, who could have given this guy information. This just does not make sense. This does not make sense for this to happen again, and for this to be so wide open. And honestly, with the rhetoric that the left is ramping up, the threat to democracy nonsense and all this kind of stuff, it's no wonder. Listen, you get crazy people like this guy on the left, and what are they going to do? You know they're going to try to take this guy out. You know they're going to try to take Trump out. And quite frankly, I think that's what they're doing. I don't think they mind one iota if Trump is taken out. And people within the, I hate to say this, but I have such distrust for our law enforcement institutions and the federal bureaucracy at this point. I have so much distrust for Alejandro Mayorkas. I have so much distrust for Merrick Garland. You just have to wonder if these guys are willing to sacrifice a former president in order to retain their power, in order for them, perhaps there's stuff on them that they should go to jail for. You have to wonder. It seems to me this is an easy solution to a problem, right? That is, someone has tried to kill Trump twice. Okay, now that he's been, someone has tried to kill him twice, I'm going to make sure that this guy has the utmost protection. Every facility, every place that he goes, we're going to comb through, we're going to sweep through, we're going to treat this guy as if he's in president, because now there's been two assassination attempts on his life. I mean, this is pretty simple. Here's more. Following the Trump assassination attempt in July, where Trump's ear was shot, he tweeted at Biden, this wannabe assassin did, that he should visit the victims of the Pennsylvania rally where crooks had opened fire on him, and attend the funeral of the 50-year-old volunteer firefighters who was killed. All right, so he wanted Biden to go out there, but Biden never did. obviously, because Biden is a despicable human being. And actually, the compradores didn't want Biden to attend, if I recall correctly. But it's not. Let's be real. He wouldn't have done it anyway. He would have treated that situation just like he did our 13 servicemen and women that died in Afghanistan under his watch. Here's another quote from this attempted assassin. You should visit the victims in the